Happy Sunday. Good morning. Good afternoon. Depends on your time and your location. And also, good evening. I welcome you to this very short program that we want to send a message to our sister Olewunne, and you use history that she is repeating to send her the message. So, if the message is sweet for her, she should continue with the shenanigans she's doing. But after listening to this message, that I want you to help me to share Sister Olewunne, to listen to this particular what she is doing, and in a countries where such a thing has happened in the past. So I am here to give you a message, the lineage of the history that you are repeating at this stage. After all these years that we have never gotten Biafra right for the first time, after we lost the Christian country called Biafra from 1967 to 2024, November 28, we lost this country. We never got it right until Simon Ekpa decided that December 2nd or before then that we should got it right. In the midst of getting it right, with Simon Ekpa moving to the 2024, this November, December 2nd, and something happened. That the enemies took him away from us. And he already has a very powerful structure that he laid down for us, where he told us that the only thing that we have to do on our own, if those in the Finland decided to redeclare, that should go. If they do not decide, they should go. Being that we have a mandate that comes from Chukwu Okadiama, that the Biafra should redeclared, because when man proposed, God disposed. When man disposed, God proposed. That is what happened in our movement. That is why our Deputy Prime Minister, Chief of Staff, Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, redeclared Biafra on November 20, 1924, because of man being Obatobia has proposed. Then God in heaven, God spoke that Mazin Nandi can always tell us that Chukwuokabiyama is involved. That's why only Biafra will be a country. And based on that reason, that is only Chukwuokabiyama is the one who decides that Biafra should be a country. That is why the proposal of a man, God have to dispose it, put it down on 29th of November, proving that is only Chukwuokabiyama knows actual date that Biafra will be redeclared and become a country. That is why the declaration of Biafra, instead of being on December 2nd, that we all believed and put hope on it, it done on November the 29th, when Chukwuokabiyama said, this is the actual day that I, Chukwuokabiyama, who all of you are calling, has decided to redeclare Biafra as a country. And it shocked all of you. And in all your arguments, you never think of what Chukwuokabiyama really want for us, and how Chukwuokabiyama programmed that Biafra should be a country. You will never think about that. That word God proposed. Man proposed, God disposed. Man disposed, God proposed has never come into your mind. For you to rethink that this Christian country we lost, that we have not gotten it right, that Chukwuka only know the actual time to get it right. That is why a man who told us that for Biafra to become a country, that we have to repeat the history of Yemen, Syria, for us to have Biafra as a country. That is why the man, after saying it on January 1st, 2021, June, he got kidnapped till today and still remain in prison. Because God doesn't want him to see when that government is that we form. Another man who found the government in exile and hope that Biafra will be redeclared on December 2nd. That man was there. God says no. They took him away. And God said, it must be on 29 and by a woman that we do it. So nobody will arrest the woman. And the only thing you can do is to do your shenanigan, your rubbish you're doing on social media, and all these things that are happening today. And you join them. Whatever God has proposed, no man can dispose it. Whatever God has disposed, no man can propose it. It's only God knows how he does his thing. That is what we said. 1,000 years in the eyes of human is one day in the eyes of Chukwuka. 1,000 years in the eyes of a man is one day in the eyes of God. One day in the eyes of God is 1,000 years. The way we reason is not the same way Chukwuka reason. And the word said, every disappointment is what is a blessing. Look at the scenario what I just told you right now. Have you think in that particular way why we are here today? It's because of Chukwuka Biam has already know that the Biafra will be declared. He has destined that Biafra should be declared on November 29. That no matter what enemy does, it can never stop. That is why when he proposed, who are you to dispose? When you propose, God will dispose. Because the day you propose to do, evil has waiting for you. God will dispose it and give you another day or below that time for that evil not to happen. Because if we have been waiting for December 2nd, the enemies like Ogenkere, Chiamaka Jere, Sona Kwarawa, Rubin Nadi, Olewunne, Bryce no Koma, Shiomo Koma. All these people has planned evil on December 2nd, and God disposed all of them by saying, you, my daughter, Dr. Ngozo Arabeze, the chief of staff, that already said you are the surrogate, protect the mandate, stood up and redeclared Biafra as a country. I am with you. That is why she redeclared Biafra. When it's not the time, about to be, hope that it will. And you cannot reason. You don't think on Chukwuka how he does his thing. Mazakano said, if only when Chukwuka decided Biafra should be a country, it's not by a mere mortar, but it is by the spirit of Chukwuka and his handwork. And it has happened. In IPOB, in BGC, in Olewunne sister. Repeating the history of the evil that happened in many countries in the past. That is just what we are doing, nothing more than that. Like I said, it's not going to be too long. Very short program, but I want you to share and like so Biafrans can join us and follow up on the message that we are passing today. Please, it is very important if you do so by hitting the like button anytime you are about to watch this video. Please, I urge you to like and share the program. Also, put your comment. It's going to be just a 1 hour program. I don't want to pass 1 hour. So the Biafrans will listen carefully and understand what is happening. Because Chukwuka Abiyama has mandated that Biafra should be declared November 29th. None of us planned for. That is why sometimes you may go to hospital. Doctor will give you January 15th. Chukwuka Abiyama said it's January 1st because you have already knew, and that's not inside the womb. You are not going to put it there. Chukwuka Abiyama has said this day is going to come. And no matter what happened, doctor will give you 20, doctor will give you 10, so the doctor will give you 20. It's going to happen what? On 30th, because of Chukwuka want to prove this is my image. I am the maker. I am doing the work, not you, human being. That is the areas I want you to be looking at it right now, to understand and stop gossiping. Stop the rubbish you are doing out there. You must stop it, because the time has come for us to face reality on ground. Our today's program goes to Olewunne Direct and all the betrayers, like you see, Madam, our sister Olewunne has joined a group of betrayers, the rebels, at my back here. That is where to find her picture. And these people claim they are in government. You a sister. Do you know the criteria of a church? Criteria of convent is not a criteria of having a country. The rules against a country is different from what happened in the church. Even what happened in the sister covenant, it's not. They are not the same thing. There is rules of engagement of a government. Not the best if I go to Finland. Our DPM to start going to Finland because they are even in Finland. If Finland can arrest Obatobie, it's not going to say our DPM. The little one that she's going, Chukwuka Abiyama is just the one serving her. Said what? Chukwuka Abiyama is the one that is serving our DPM. She don't need to go to Finland because she represents why they took Obatobie away from us. That's why I said, remove emotion in this movement. In this country we have. Remove your feelings. Remove what you think. But think on the appropriate right way of those that have achieved their country, the method they use. That is why Mazen can refer all that we to replicate the history of Syria, Yemen, Somalia. That is what he told us. And what is the history of them? I have explained it to you here on this platform. That their history is about government in exile, issue declaration, look for recognition, and succeed. Diplomatic recognition. That is how they achieve their country. Not by being organization. Not by fallback. That is why we are here to give you the message the way it is. So you may rethink and understand where we are. All we need to do. What Olewunne is doing today has happened somewhere in this life. And we are here just to give the history of where such things has happened. Where sisters was against declaration and diplomatic recognition of their own people. Why I'm here is that when you ask, I will find where it has happened and give it to you. That is why you can see on the headline, Sister Olewunne repeating history of Roman Catholic sisters in Ireland, Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Venezuela. Their sisters is the problem. Even in the UK, even in America, the Anglican clergy was the problem of America in their own time. Those who worship they say they're worshiping God, that Christ represents freedom and died for us. And what Sister Olewunne is doing today, the history of Biafra, we will break every history because every history must repeat in our movement. We will break every history, and every history must repeat for us to have Biafra as a country. You think it's just how you feel and what you think. You think it's how you reason. The answer is no. It is about how Chukwuka Abiyama decided that Biafra should be a country. Not how I decide, not how I feel, not what I want. This is how Chukwuka Abiyama really, really want Biafra. That is why he shocked all of us. We all was hoping December 2nd. And the owner decided it must be November 29 that the message must accomplish. And the message has got to the final destination. That's why I told that the message will choose who will deliver me at the last point. The message choose Dr. Ngozi Arabezi to the one to deliver me at the end point of this message. These are the areas that if you are not thinking this way, you're making a very big mistake. I want you to see this way. Man propose, God dispose. That is what happened in our movement. We as a mere mortal has proposed that Biafra will be declared December 2nd. And Chukwuka Abiyama said, no, Biafra will be declared November 29. And he put every mechanism to make that it works. God, Chukwuka Abiyama, we called, put every mechanism when Biafra will be declared. And you are still doubting it. Okay. Are you God? Olewunne, which peace do you want us to start from? Where? Tell me that country have achieved their country. They are together. They have peace together. Olewunne. After Algeria issued, Namibia issued a declaration, 8 group emerged. Olewunne. After Algeria declared their country, 9 group emerged. They never together achieve it. When Ireland declared, 2 group emerged. Olewunne. These are the histories, and you are repeating the history today. And all this will not see us and change. That is why I said every history must break in Biafran history, and we will set a new history. That is where we are. So when you look at what is happening right around today, you may understand the area I am coming from. Like I said, the program should be only 1 hour until we come back again. So let us listen to the histories and the countries where things has happened in the past. The history Olewunne is repeating today. The history of those sisters in Roman Catholic Church that was against the freedom of their people, and they start tackling the leader. Sisters in that matter, with their reverend fathers, bishop, that was against their own people's freedom. When they have really declared and seeking for diplomatic recognition, that is when they start their own. So Olewunne, Satan has entered you. If your reverend sister, that is you have more protection. And the reverend sisters, are you telling us that you and all the reverend sisters in that covenant are, you love, that all of you are in good terms with the reverend fathers? Are you telling us that the Roman Catholic know what's happening?
The history of Christians opposing the movement to establish a new country predominantly centers around theological opposition to political Zionism, the 19th and 20th century movement to establish a modern Jewish state, Israel in Palestine. While popular media often highlights the strong backing Israel receives from American white evangelicals, There is a deep, centuries-old history of Christian denominations and nations opposing this movement based on theology, local populations, and international law. 1. The theological foundations of opposition. For nearly 1,500 years, the vast majority of mainstream Christian theology actively rejected the idea that the Jewish people needed to return to a specific geographic location to fulfill God's will. Supersessionism, replacement theology. Dating back to early church fathers like Justin Martyr, circa 160 AD, and solidified by St. Augustine in the 4th century, standard Christian doctrine held that the Christian church had replaced biblical Israel as God's chosen people. Therefore, biblical promises regarding the land were interpreted spiritually, pointing to heaven or the church, not physically. The Protestant Reformation, 16th century, mainstream reformers like John Calvin rejected the literal physical return of Jews to a specific Middle Eastern state, viewing the geographic land of Canaan as an old covenant shadow that was permanently fulfilled and superseded by Jesus Christ. 2. Historical alignment of opposing Christian movements. When the political Zionist movement gained traction in the late 19th and early 20th centuries, it faced immediate resistance from several major Christian branches. Historical Christian opposition to Zionism, filled down pointing triangle, filled down pointing triangle, filled down pointing triangle, filled down pointing triangle. Vatican, Middle Eastern mainstream and Catholicism churches Protestants defended wholly protected local focus on social sites, favored Arab Christians justice and international and Palestinian human rights control rights violations. The Vatican and Catholic popes. The Catholic Church was historically one of the earliest and most structured institutional opponents to the political movement for a new Jewish state in Palestine. 1904, Theodor Herzl, the founder of modern political Zionism, met with Pope Pius X to ask for Vatican support. The Pope flatly refused, stating, asterisk, "We cannot prevent the Jews from going to Jerusalem, but we could never sanction it. The Jews have not recognized our Lord, therefore we cannot recognize the Jewish people." 1947-1948. As the UN debated partitioning Palestine, the Vatican strongly opposed a sovereign state taking control of the region. Instead, they lobbied heavily for an international regime, corpus separatum, to govern Jerusalem and safeguard Christian holy sites. The Vatican refused to officially recognize the State of Israel until 1993. Indigenous Middle Eastern Christian churches, the Christians with the closest physical ties to the land, Eastern Orthodox, Melkite, Syrian Orthodox, and Armenian Christians, have historically opposed the Zionist movement. The Palestinian Christian reality, local Arab Christians, viewed the movement for a new country as a colonial enterprise that actively displaced them. In 1948, during the creation of Israel, an event Palestinians call the Nakba, tens of thousands of Palestinian Christians were permanently displaced from towns like Haifa, Jaffa, and West Jerusalem. The 2006 Jerusalem Declaration, leaders of the major Christian churches in Jerusalem, including the Catholic, Anglican, and Orthodox patriarchs, published a unified declaration officially condemning Christian Zionism as a false teaching that promotes unending cycles of violence. Mainstream Western Protestant denominations, while conservative evangelicals generally favor the state's existence, mainline Protestant denominations, Presbyterians, Methodists, Episcopalians, and the United Church of Christ, have historically opposed the political execution of the movement. The theological split. These churches view the unconditional political support of a modern state based on ancient scripture as a distortion of the Christian gospel. Modern institutional resistance. In 2004, the Presbyterian Church, USA, officially voted to disavow Christian Zionism as a legitimate theological stance, citing the displacement and systemic military occupation of Palestinian human beings as a violation of Christian ethics. Summary table of perspectives. Christian branch. Primary basis for opposition. Key historical pivot point. Roman Catholicism, theological rejection of geographic covenant, protection of holy sites. 1904, Pius X refusal. 1947 partition debates. Middle Eastern Orthodox. Survival of indigenous Arab Christian populations. Anti-displacement. 1948 Nakba. Exodus of Palestinian Christians. Mainline Protestants. Human rights. Focus on prophetic social justice over land-based prophecy. Late 20th century UN resolutions and church divestment movements.
This is what happened on the movement of the Israelites. Some sisters become a problem. Some bishop, ndị ụkọchukwu, become a problem of the movement of Israelites. In the movement of Israelites, reverend sisters and the bishop, they become a problem. At the movement of the Israelites to the promised land, they are the part of the problem that Israel has. So today is happening in our midst. Olewunne has represented them. Sister Olewunne on the that lives in UK has represented the Christians sisters that was against the movement of their people, start abusing the leaders and start attacking the leader with all kinds of propaganda and lies. That is what Olewunne is doing today. Nothing more than that. She shared this program, tag her. I'm calling on her. As we are stepping to the main countries, I put their name here. How the sisters become a problem after they have redeclared their country. So, you heard about Israel here, how sisters is their problem, how bishop, how those that Anuko, Chukwu, and the sisters becomes a problem to Israelites. That is where we have found ourselves. But they came late because those in the Israel never stopped Israel recognition in the due time. And remember, in the case of Israel, a woman was involved. A woman redeclared Israel. A woman did it for Israel people. A woman made the declaration of Israel. When men fell and men was in prison, a woman stood up and declared Israel as a country. That is where we have found ourselves today. The history is repeating. Quickly, like I said, the explanation of this reading audio is very understandable. I don't want it to be too long, just 1 hour or even for 5 minutes. So please help me to share the program, please.
When looking at the history of nations seeking independence or international recognition, movements have often faced opposition not just from secular empires, but from established global religious institutions or sister organizations that viewed a new country as a threat to their existing theological or institutional unity. Historically, before a new territory or country could achieve formal international recognition, established sister churches, colonial religious institutions, or religious authorities often actively opposed the self-determination movement. 1.
Do you follow the headline? The first reading here. Very well. When sisters are the one that oppose, that is opposing recognition, at this eve time that we are seeking for recognition is where Olewunne is bringing peace that she doesn't have inside her life. Can you give what you don't have? With only her words of mouth, you will find out that she doesn't have a peace. There is no peace in her life. So how could you doesn't have a peace and you will talk about peace? Oh, to blackmail Biafrans. Oh, because of feel nothing about you. We have gone beyond this boundary. We have moved beyond this level where you are coming from. And look at all these old fools at this 21st century. Are you not in cabinet? Where was COS? Are you not there? Are you not in cabinet? What Tobias said, I'm going to protect the mandate. When he was telling that Ngozi is not following, Ngozi is not doing the other one, the Baba Tobias told them Ngozi is no longer the surrogate. He also tell that he's no longer the chief of staff. I'm asking you, Olewunne. This your voice of evil emotion that doesn't have peace inside you. Delilah tries so much. Delilah has a sweet voice. Come out fully to that group of I don't know where you have entered for a very long time. For over 6 months, you are with I don't know. You are the one sending little messages out under USB. And Chukwu Okabiam has the word. He waits for that time to mess you up. So now is the time. You are a cabinet member. I don't know. Some of you in cabinet think that you know it all. That because of your cabinet member, you know more than us, and you, whatever you said, we follow. Who are you? Who are you? And I said, Once the message, when this message never choose you as a messenger, and you're trying to put yourself in, at the time the message will drop you, the message of Biafra has dropped Olewunne. That is why she is repeating the history of sisters. Do you hear the word he said? When looking at the history of nations seeking for independence or international recognition, movements have often faced oppression, not just from the secular empire, but from establishing global religion, institutions, or sisters organization. We don't know when it's coming. It's not from sisters organization. And those sisters that are there under USB, you must report Olewunne. Or do not do that, because after this program, next time we will play the punishment that was being given to those people in by their country. We are going to dig it out with you, Olewunne. And I am here with evidence. What we are doing today, where it has happened. Those sisters in these countries, when we are going to go through on them, will start saying, the leaders are not doing it well. If like this, we don't want this, we don't want this our country. It has happened somewhere before. So what we are doing today, see, in this Biafra recognition that is knocking every doors, as will soon reach to us, through US redeclared, I want you to sincerely know one thing. I want you to sincerely know one thing. In Biafra movement, we will break every history. You see in football that people break history, set up a history. Everything that surrenders having a country like Biafra, we must break all the criteria and set new criteria, new history. That is where we are. Olewunne is repeating the history of the sisters in Ireland. This island suffers so much. The history of people in Ireland, the history of people in Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, Venezuela, and Israel, when their problem is not the empire, is not the colonial master, their problem is the organization of a sisters in Roman Catholic Church, precisely, and Anglican Church. When looking at history of nations seeking independence or international recognition, movement has often faced oppression, not just from the secular empire or colonial era, but from established global religions, institutions, or sisters organizations that view as a new country as a threat to their existing ideological of institutional unity. Are you hearing it? Sisters. Today, what is she doing with us? Is not creating repeating the history of these people. Let's move forward. Before a new territory or a country could achieve a formal international recognition, establishing sister churches, colonial regions, institutions, or regions authority often actively oppose the self-determination movement. Hey, come and do peace with those that bring war to you. When you keep silent, they are the one keep on talking. He brings makes peace with those that refuse that Biafra has been redeclared. With those who remove Babatobi and put who they want. Olewunne, after Jidofo and the rest has brainwashed you, we have put you where we put those you see at my back. Remember, you are preached that will enter here. Then a sister has joined the saboteur movement. You are repeating the history of what happened in one of these countries. Let's listen.
Ireland. The Catholic hierarchy versus the Republican movement, 1916 to 1921. Before Ireland achieved partial independence and international recognition as the Irish Free State, the institutional Roman Catholic Church, acting as a powerful conservative authority, strongly opposed the radical militant Republican movement for independence.
Are you hearing it? Today, are you not seeing Jovica with his madness, repeating the same history? Are you not seeing Jovica? Number one, Irish, the Catholic versus the Republican movement. In 1916 to 1921, how many years? 1916 to 1921. Catholic is the problem of the people of Ireland. Before Ireland achieved a partial independence and international recognition as the Irish Free State, the institution, Roman Catholic Church, acts as a powerful authority, strongly opposed that Ireland should be free from the United Kingdom, from British. When you go to the article of World Index on it, he said that they start castigating the leaders. They start doing what? Castigating the leaders that are planning the movement and start putting allegation, propaganda to them in Ireland in 1916 to 1921. Before Ireland that we are seeing today becomes a country, they went through hell from the hands of Roman Catholic Church and their clergy and their sisters. They turned the British was the one using them against their own people. Olewunne has, the history has completed, because I have been checking off the areas that had never been completed in this movement. The bishops of the Catholic churches are not talking about Biafra. The sisters on their part is not really full into what we are doing. The little 3 or 4, one has repeated the history of those that refuse that their people to have their independence. Number one is Ireland. This Ireland you are seeing today. When people are celebrating St. Patrick, and our people will go in there to carry protests out, Olewunne, you has repeated the history of Ireland.
While local parish priests often sympathized with the people, the high-level Catholic hierarchy, the sister authority to the political status quo, explicitly condemned the 1916 Easter Rising and subsequent guerrilla warfare against British rule.
Are you hearing it? Those in Ireland, I want to see what happened. Today, in which country Olewunne is living? Please, someone should remind me. Is it not UK? Is it not in UK she's living? You see how the history... God wants everything to happen so we can set a new history in the world. The opposition, why local priests often sympathize with the people, the high-level Catholic hierarchy, the sisters' authority to the political status quo actually condemned the 1916 Eastern Rising and the subsequent general warfare against the British rule. Ndị sister jụrụ ajụ. Ndị sister na the hierarchies preached ajụ bido cut what the declaration of Irish, which is Ireland today. Tell me, as you are following me, please, is it not the history is repeating? Is it not the history is repeating right here? We have redeclared. Look at it. We redeclared November 29. 2026, Olewunne start saga with emotional blackmailing voice. Somebody must tag Olewunne for me on this program. Those who fought for Irish, the leader was arrested also. Are we only the one? Olewunne also repeat the history of South Africa, of the wife of Nelson Mandela, who went to visit Mandela with their daughter. The woman come and start lying against Nelson Mandela. That Nelson Mandela told the people to stop this particular situation that we are doing today. Nelson Mandela's wife come out and said, my husband said that these people should stop it at home. They should stop what we are doing against South Africa and remain silent. Why that the doctor said, no, that is not the direction from my father. He never said so. Olewunne, are you only the one who has visited Obie? After I sit at home, that the world will see this is our world. Our referendum, free voluntary referendum, proving that what we want is Biafra as a country. Olewunne. When the IPOB propagating that Simon should stop at home, did he stop? Olewunne, did man say Simon must stop? And all of you who are coming out to prove Mr. Simon he give instruction, you are endangering his case more and more. You know the risk of visiting the leader and coming to prove that you visited him. You are endangering his case. The risk of visiting a leader who is in prison and come out to prove I visited him, he give order. Any good thing has a risk. Anything good has risk, like it or not. Exactly. Ekwem, my good brother. That's why I said Satan has entered Olewunne through the money being given to him from Nigerian government to start thwarting. Because what Nigeria did is Nigeria is doing exactly how South Africa penetrated into Namibia. Nigerian government have found out that DOS has nothing to offer to solve the movement. They tried to attack Obi on their own, it could not happen. They bring money, the DOS, they created 5,000 Irats to attack one person, Simon Eba. Today, how many is attacking our DPM? I am here to set the record straight to you. I don't know propaganda. I don't analyze any person's video. I put it the way it is. My own is that when anybody is going to do something, step outside, I will find you and use that thing that you are doing, which happened before. So that's what I was saying. When Nigeria government try all possible means they cannot stop Simon Eba, they start using Ogenkere. They first start using Livingstone and Madam Azoka with Gaddafi. We are here in this movement. We are keeping every record of all of you. They start using Madam Azoka, Livingstone, Gaddafi. You know them. You know the DOS wife that came to the movement to be getting information and the passing to DOS. You know who I'm talking about. The history is repeating. We are making the new history to the world. That's why Biafra is, these areas I said, our own case is quite different from other people's cases. As you can see. I hope you are following. Now, when the Nigerian government see that Ogenkere could not be able to stop the declaration, as we came back, they allowed them to use Ogenkere to pilot a little bit. They divided them. Nigerian government landed on Imam Maduabo, give him money, and they start. They form CRC. Is it not true? Or see what? Whatever they might call it. They shifted, they divide Ogenkere. Divide and rule and conquer. And you know very well that British only captured Africa till today through divide and rule. South Africa implemented divide and rule in the movement of Namibia with different age groups which I have played to you all here. Olewunne, are we the first people to achieve Biafra through government in exile? We are not the first in Africa. We are number 25 in the entire Africa race. We are not the first people that the leader was arrested. We are not the first. Neither are we going to be the last. Those that has leaders in Africa achieve their country. Olewunne, I'm asking you, Mother Peace, that her voice is devilish and satanic voice. Where is this country coming from? From Cameroon? Our people there. What is the name of that country that is coming out from Cameroon? How do I? Ambazonia. Ambazonia, and they're in peace. Olewunne. Ambazonia, are they in peace? They don't have different organizations that emerge. Even when Joe Ayaba is here. Olewunne. What Amazonia take easy way? Whatever people are doing to before you say something, check. That is why I check history. That's why I believe in history. And the history must repeat. And is repeating today. Look at Ireland, where easy way our brother is today. Ireland sisters and the Catholic bishops are the problems of them. They are the one fighting against the movement of Ireland to succeed as a recognition. Could you imagine that? And now that we are seeing recognition, that is your Olewunne will come and start doing her shenanigan. What a shame to you with your black gown. You have destroyed that gown. Satan has entered your gown. Envy and jealousness and greedy and looking down on the leader. This movement of Biafra, led by the young people, not by the old fools like you and I don't know who. I owe you no apology. Very well. And we shall also dig out the covenant where you are staying and tell them what you are doing. But Obia said, if you first me get Biafra recognition, when we go back to Biafra, we should say to stop attacking. Go and join your Madam Olewunne. Go and join Madam Olewunne. That is where you belong. Those that opposed that they never want Ireland to become a country is the bishops and the sisters organization in Ireland. They said it's better we remain under British. Could you imagine? Today, after Ireland declares their country, look at our own case. After we have redeclared, Olewunne is coming in 2020 to tell us we should make peace. Peace, Bukwegi. You are giving peace you don't have inside your life. You know that whoever does not have respect doesn't have a peace in her mind. Enemies has captured you, and we will help them to finish you up. I don't use emotion for this Biafra movement. I don't have respect for anybody who is tampering this new corner will make me to go home and bury my younger brother who is in Mashwari. I owe you no apology. I owe you no apology. The time for pretense is over. And you know the lawyers, they wear black gown. That is how I dress them. Olewunne is wearing black gown. The black has entered her mind. So the mind is black mind. The mind of Olewunne is a pure black mind. The mind of envy, jealous, hatred. No common truth from her mouth. Run. She is Delilah. Sapphira and the Ananias. What's the name of that woman? It's Sapphira and Ananias. Which woman? I forgot the name of the husband, but I know two of them in the Bible. No, you think I am a folk Roman Catholic. I was once a confirmed 8 years president of a choir. So there's nothing you want to tell me, I never knew. We must wear you the gown of saboteur, because the gown in the Sisters Covenant has become the gown of saboteur and betrayal, lies, propaganda. Money has entered your hand, the evil money. Once you eat evil money, you must speak evil. Olewunne. Keep your, see, there is no emotion for us to have Biafra as a country. Do you know that in Ireland that look at Israel, that sisters are the problem, and look at our own case. Israel, like I said, was being declared by a woman. Sorry, something brings me into here. These are the names of countries women declared. That our DPM has also put as one of the person who declared a country called United States of Biafra. When a woman declared Israel in 1968, March 14, her fellow woman becomes by the Reverend Sisters and the beach and the new Kochuku. There becomes a problem. The other one was against the declaration of Israel as a country. A woman declares it in 1968, March 14. Check your history. You see, for this mandate, we are not missing words. And we are not playing for it, because after the Biafran War, from November 29 was the first time ever that we have gotten it right. Check years of not gotten it right. And check how many that we just got it right and how the thing is moving. Why Biafra was redeclared in November 29 is what I will tell you today. Do you know why? Man proposed, God disposed. Because our prophet, Mazen, and the one said that his only man knows when Biafra will become a country. Obatobia as a man mortar, has proposed it that is going to be 29. And God disposed and said, you are the not one to bring the day this country will be declared. I am the one. I am the maker. All of you are my son. And what happened? That is why the redeclaration happened 29th of November. When we propose, God disposed. When we dispose, God proposed. Have you think of what's happened in Finland like this? What happened to Obatobia? That's what I want to tell Obatobia. You are my son. You're in this movement. I am the one to choose the day that Biafra will be declared. That is not by mere mortar. It is by we should have. That is why the 29th was happened. And Chukwuka already know that when man propose a date, that the enemies will surrender around. And the proving that the declaration of Biafra is from the God's hands direct. His proposal, that is the day. That is why on 29, all the enemies was calm until the final movement. Then on December 2nd, their evil plan, Chukwuka allowed their plan to manifest. When they're going to call the policemen to come in Helsinki Hall. Is it not true? Have you reasoned this way? With their shenanigans and propaganda. Why it must be 29? That is why when a man presented a woman, you took your wife to hospital. Doctor, we said, your wife is going to give birth on December 10. Sometimes the wife gives birth on December 1. Are you going to throw that child away? because it was being given birth on a day that Chukwu Abiyama wants, and not the way that day the doctor gives to you. What happened to your common sense? What happened to your common sense? All you fall back, all you beat, all you see, Arusi. And Chukwu Abiyama, that is why I told you that the message we choose who will deliver the message. See, the messenger, Obatobie, cannot choose to deliver the message. When the message never chooses that is him must deliver the message, finally, at the final point, at the end point of it. That is what Chukwu Abiyama did what? Choose the message from hand of Chukwu Abiyama. Choose that the chief of staff will be the one to deliver the message. Have you reasoned this way before? And that's why I told you, do not follow the messenger. Follow the message. The message will choose whoever will deliver me at the last point of it, at the end of the message. Not you. If you choose yourself, God will remove from there. And God will only allow the message that he sent out, because Chukwu Abiyama mandated that Biafra will be redeclared on November 29, not by a mere mortal. Because the country we're talking about is the country of Chukwu Abiyama. Like Israelites. When all the men, Moses, Aaron, they tried for Israel, they could not until woman take it over. Finally, in 1968, by a woman, March 14, a woman who declares Israel. We have people call Netanyahu, Donald Trump. That is why when Nabatobie is proposing December 2nd, Chukwu Abiyama has been proposing this, dispose it and put it on November 29. There is nothing any of you can do to change that particular date. In the archive, the date is there. Word index, the date is there. Wikipedia, the date is there. Chrome, the date is there. Google, the date is there. There is nothing you can do. And you are not the one to choose who will deliver the message. The message has chosen who will deliver it, and happen to be a woman. For God to prove that Master Kanu is my son, because he said, when women join the movement of Biafra, women from America, Biafra has come. Connect the dots on what I'm saying today. With Olewunne. That is acting what the Israelite people act. That is repeating the history of you had it here. The oppression. Why the local priests are supporting that the island should be a free country. Why the hierarchy and the level Catholic hierarchies, the sisters and the authorities refuse that they never want Ireland to be free from the British. The sisters was the one attacking the women that are supporting the movement of Ireland. Chukwu Abiyama in heaven. He is the A and the Z. He chooses. When Chukwu Abiyama proposed, no man will dispose. When man dispose, God proposed. That is why Ogenkere, Imam Madabu proposed Ogenkere, and Chukwu Abiyama disposed and proposed Kongozo Arabeze. And like I said, if you are following me, I want to remind you one of my programs I want you to go and look out from. Go and check my program, January 8th, when I said that people are still going to move out from cabinet member. I said it because I see that there is some of them. I called Pastor. I told her that somebody is about to move out. I told Dr. Afamos Diana, this word. I called on. I said, somebody will move out from this government very soon. The enemies, that the enemies will be moving out until few days recognition. Another person will soon move out from there. That person has started checking. Obido Gona has a cabinet member meeting. After no one has stepped out. That person is inside the government, and this one is a man. They are there. They will soon leave. Ngozi Arabeze is not the first person, a woman who has declared their country. Go and check the history. Brazil was being declared by a woman 1822, September 2nd, by a woman. Israel, 1968, March 14, woman. Belarus, 1990, July 27, woman. Congo, DR Congo, in Africa, 1960, June 30, woman. The almighty Canada, 1929, October 18, a woman. Madagascar in Africa, 1960, June 26, a woman. Tanzania, 1961, December 9, woman. Malawi, 1964, July 6, woman. A woman, a lady. Ivory Coast, that gives us first recognition in Africa, 1960, August 7, woman is involved. Algeria in Africa, 1962, July 5, woman. Go and check. Many of these countries, women followed their affairs. The male leader was in prison. Some men tried could not be able to do it, and man take over. Ojukwu is a man, he could not. Was Rike, and happened of Masina Simon Nipanjoko. Then a woman stood up on the pulpit, like all these women I mentioned, 10 of them here, and more of them. And today in the history, a woman called Ngozi Arabeze has entered this history. She has repeated the history of her fellow women who is a mother of a nation. I tell you the facts. I don't miss words. The action, Bishop frequently denied and called those people scam. Bishop in Ireland called those that declare Ireland as a country, the bishop called them scam. The sisters was against those supporting the movement, calling them deceiver and liars, that they are very unlawful people. And on Sunday, she will dress up, receive Holy Communion of lies with a very big envy, jealous, and hatred that full in the minds of Olewunne, and who doesn't have a respect. When Obatobi is piloting this movement, he seniors many of them. Power ranomas, power goes to young people, not old fools. Not old witch and witches and wizard. Not people like you or Olewunne. I hope you have had the action. I hope you have had the action. This will be, I said I am not going to be long on this program. I am not going to be long, honestly. I want it to be short, 1 hour, then I end it. So anybody who decided to put his voice on this program should come. Then I will come back again today to read the history of Mexico, Colombia, Argentina, and Venezuela. How the sisters becomes a problem. How the sisters was the oppressor. How the sisters never support those who did what Olewunne is doing today. The history Olewunne is repeating. I will just play the audio finish, then I will repeat it again. We'll come back to today because I want, please share and tag Olewunne, please. I don't have her number.
When looking at the history of nations seeking independence or international recognition, movements have often faced opposition not just from secular empires, but from established global religious institutions or sister organizations that viewed a new country as a threat to their existing theological or institutional unity.
If you want to join us, you can,
before a
because
new
1 hour 30
territory
minutes,
or
I will end
country
the
could
program.
achieve formal international recognition, established sister churches, colonial religious institutions, or religious authorities often actively opposed the self-determination movement. 1. Ireland. The Catholic hierarchy versus the Republican movement, 1916 to 1921. Before Ireland achieved partial independence and international recognition as the Irish Free State, the institutional Roman Catholic Church, acting as a powerful conservative authority, strongly opposed the radical militant Republican movement for independence. The opposition. While local parish priests often sympathized with the people, the high-level Catholic hierarchy, the sister authority to the political status quo, explicitly condemned the 1916 Easter Rising and subsequent guerrilla warfare against British rule. The action bishops frequently denied the sacraments to Irish Republican fighters, the IRA, and explicitly issued pastorals calling the independence movement a sin against lawful authority. The church feared that a radical, revolutionary break would lead to secularism or social chaos, preferring to work within the existing legal frameworks of the British Empire. 2. Latin American independence movements versus the Vatican, early 19th century. During the early 1800s, as countries like
I want to pick you up now. I want you see this part is part 2 of I want it to be very, very short. In each 1 hour 30 minutes. Then Mommy Ojugo, please, you can come back. You can come back. We just want to get only this particularly repeat this only the island movement so people can hear it and you see that I read the year it happens and what happened to Ireland. Sisters become the oppressor. Sisters turn against the movement of their people. Hey, but Obia said that we should not declare it. That everyone should go. Go to the president, never visited Finland. Imagine at this time. Is it Ngozi Arabeze visiting Finland will give us recognition? Is it Ngozi Arabeze visiting Finland is diplomatic movement? Oh, you do know that those who arrested Obatobie can you arrested her also? And somebody said, if you know that never visited Ireland, that is not doing well, go to hell, burn to ashes. Our DPM, stop going to Finland because it is obvious that Chukwuka Abbiam has opened that they plan evil against you. When Magahandi was in prison, United Kingdom, his second in command went to visit him. They arrested him, put him in prison. When France was fighting against, Algeria was fighting against France, when the leader of the movement of Algeria was arrested, when the entire cabinet member went to visit him, France arrested all of them, put them in prison. If Finland they can go to the extent of, if Finland can arrested Obatobie, you think that they will not, that if they see any eventuality opportunity to arrest our DPM, they will not arrest her? What do you think? And want to go to Finland? Our DPM, never you go to Finland again. The risk of visiting Obatobie, I will play it someday for you. And the way you visit Obatobie, do not tell us. Don't talk it openly. Say to the government and remain silent because you are endangering him. It's also you are proving that he's in prison and the controlling and the command and still inciting the people that they said he was inciting. Our people are not thinking that because of you don't reason that we are a country. You don't this organization movement. That is how you feel. That is how you feel. Olewunne, a betrayer of all time. Judas, Olewunne Judas. No peace for the wicked. You never cry. You never see shunting. You got a phone, get your bishop this time around. You are bringing yourself out. I got a doggy. I got a doggy. Wanda, good afternoon from here. Please have the mic. Because I want to do
good afternoon.
Yes.
Good morning or good afternoon.
Father is good. Father is good.
Okay, yes. Okay. Ekenekwa m Biafra nọ na comment section. Asị m konye chi ya zere. Mụnwa na-ekwu okwu a, mụnwa bụ onye Biafra. I am a Biafran by birth and I'm not going back. Not by anything. So I thank Chukwu Okike Abịama today. Ekene m Chukwu Okike Abịama ekene m Olise na-emela anyị ihe ọma. Ekene m mmụọ nji wepụta ụwa. Ekenene m mmụọ ana Igbo niile, ana Biafra niile. Ana m ewere ohere a na-ekene Maazị Nnamdi Ngozi Chukwuka Okwu Kanu. Nna m, ekene m gị. Ehihie ọma ebe anwe nọ. Jikebe. Maazị Biafra niile, Okwute, oke mmụọ, mmụọ ka mmụọ, mmụọ ka mmụọ, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, ọhamadike ụmụ Biafra, Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, mmanya jeje mba, ụmụ Biafra ji ahụ ụzọ, Maazị Nnamdi Okwu Kanu, oke mmụọ, oke mmụọ, nna m oke mmụọ, jisi ike, ike agwụna gị. Ndị kwu gị n'azụ karịrị, ndị na-abịa n'ihe onyonyo na-akparị chiwe, na-akparị ukwunu ka ha, na-akparị generation ha. Nna m jisi ike. Ekene nne m Maazị Simon Ekpan, ọbata obie, the dragon, the finisher, mmụọ na-akụ ndị Naijiria mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. Anụ ha n'afọ ya like this, ifu ka ha na-epi eriri, ifu ka ha na-ebe akwa, ifu ka ha na-ebe akwa, na-ebe n'ụwa niile. Nwanne mmadụ, ekene m gị. Ọbata obie, anyị kwu gị n'azụ, jisi ike, ike agwụna gị. Gị na nna gị jisi n'ike. Enwere m were a na-ekene nwaada ka ada, agada gbachuru ụzọ, Dr. Ngozi Chukwuka Nkechi nyere ụmụ Biafra, ọgụgụ ụmụ Biafra akwa Ọrabueze. Nne m, gị na kabinet gị, ekene m unu, asị unu jisi ike. Nke nyanwa dị egwu, itiri ha mgbada nwụrụ anwụ n'isi. Kabineti anyị na-anụ unu, jisi n'ike, daalụ unu hinne. Ihe unu na-emetụrụ anyị ụtọ. Ekwe eme ka unu bụ. Ịma na onye pụta, onye si ite isi, anya pịa anya gwogwo, anya pịa anya gwogwo, because na ndị be anyị, ọ na-asị na abụ m nwaanyị na-abụ, a na-asị ihe ọma na-emere anyị, ọ dịka edegerechi anyị akwụkwọ, ihe bụ n'obi na-emere anyị dịka ejeberechi ma edemede. Afọ ihe ọma nwa Chukwu Okike abịa manye anyị, ifu ka a na-agba ya ụkwụ, ka ife ọma nwa anyị na-abụ onye ọbụla na-enwe anwụrị, na-agbara egwu, ka ọ bụrụ soro to them. Anọ ya bụkwanụ soro, ọ bụgokwanụ soro ịfụọ ka aja lelere dị, ịfọ ka rafere dị ụmụ Biafra. Ụta ka onye nọ n'obodo ebo suppose ịdịnị. No, ọ nọghọ n'ebe ọ na-ata afụfụ. Ọ bụgoro na ọ naghị afụ nri eri, even the weather ga-edozi ya arụ. But ịfụọ ka ọ dị, because na onye na-efe arụsị ga dị ka arụsị. Ọ bụkwa arụsị ndị be anyị, arụsị ndị ọzọ na-efe. Because na obi ọjọọ. Olewunne. Nchekwa n'ibi na America, dide nọ obodo a nọ ka ị nọ. Nsị, unu si n'ebe a ka ọ nọ. Olewunne, history repeat kwene. Ọkwifu na a na-agụzi gị na history. Ọkwifu na iwere n'aka gị wee deba onwe gị na bad history ụmụ Biafra. Let me tell you guys something. Those that is not Igbo Biafran, you people are listening to us, Yes. It's all those people that are betraying. We have a special book for them. And my children, my generation, then we read Olewunne in Saboteur book. What I don't know what is wrong with those people. Okay, Ono sinandi na go more, no ha nwa na go more na ha bụ ekwensu obodo anyị. Ekwensu bụ ekwensu na-eji ọkụ eja ya. Ọ bụghị na oke na ya nwa bụ ajọ mmụọ. Unu nwa na-ekpuzi vet n'isi na ndị na-etinye kọla n'onu unu abụzia gịnị ka unu bụ? Olewunne, ime ihe ga-eme kịta biko na ibupụtago ụkwụ gị na side n'ezi anọghị eli gị. Ọ kakwa mma na anyị kpọcha gị afọ a esepụtazikwa isi gị again. Ha agazikwa n'afọ ọbata obi again because unu dị alụ. Look at ihe Dr. Ngozi Orabeze nya nwa ka okpupu smotin o okpupuchebekwa ha ncha o. Ngozi Orabeze ekweme nwaanyị ka ịbụ nne m. Ụmụ Biafra, have you people heard yesterday? Unu anụkwara? Not able na ha make movement. Ha plan chago ndị ka bịa mee ha arrest. Rafael acherere akwụnị ya n'ọnụ awa ọmalịcha nwaanyị na-etukwa nwa mmiri. Nwaanyị must bow. Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, our DPM. Ika ka nọ na mkpọrọ Finland unu na-awa anya. Unu che na njeme na ọfọ ndị na-agụ akwụkwọ. Ọfọ ndị na-agụ akwụkwọ n'onwe uche. Onwe ndị gụ akwụkwọ bet na ha enweghị uche. Unu che na for everybody. Here anaghị eme unu. Olewunne, shame unto you, sister, Reverend Father Olewunne. Can I tell you that, Reverend Sister, so that people will know who are we talking to? Because it's not ordinary person. Reverend Sister Olewunne, shame unto you. Shame unto you. You think that you guys will stop what we are doing? No. Anyị ekwechirine. Anyị ata na mkpụrụ akụ. Anyị ekwechiri. Anyị suru gedem ka ịbụ. Anyị nọ n'ana. And open our eyes. Anyị anwa sepu. If I nke nọ na Finland, if I shame unto you. All those people that is in the media, ọ bụrụ na mkpọ ya fa ebe a n'ọjọ njọ ọ ka mkpọ ya fa na m ga-eje gwa nwanne m nwoke because na ụmụ Biafra love ya wee nnukwu because ọ na-agbasa ozi ọma bụ kele nna ya. Biko nwanne m nwoke biko kpachapụ anya gị na ndị a niile some of them nọ na Finland nọ ndị bụ na na ha fụ ụzọ ga-esi wee gba ọgbata obi na ga-eme ya. Ifeanyi, shame unto you. Shame unto you. Ifela na-ehe eme unu. N'ihu unu na-egwe deri. Obi ọ na-asị unu chọ Biafra. Ụmụ nwanne m. Shino, nna m, jisike, anyị kwụ gị n'azụ. Ana m ekene Madam Origin. Onye ma na oye.
Yeah, Madam Ojugo and Papacy.
Madam Ojugo, ana m ekene gị. Ya onwe ihe okwu yesterday na nke ekele nna n'otu m afọ. Nne m agụ nwaanyị ka bụ nwada ndị ejeje mba the goddess ebe ọ bụ n'ụlọ ụmụada niile gbara n'ọjọ ugo jisi n'ike nwada Tina Margaret Jagwa USB Tina Fongel ụmụada anyị gbasi ike Asatina anyị gbasi ike Nwadi Ijeọma anyị gbasi ike nwa bụ na nwa Simon Ekpan Ada Simon Ekpan jisi n'ike ọ bụzi nne anyị nke bụ na o si na kwọchọkọ wepụta nne anyị unu fia o kwụzi gịrịgbam Madam Stella Mama Biafra Stella Olewunne anyị bụ ụmụ nwaanyị ụmụ nwoke tinyekwala anya aka anyị ga-adọ gị vam ọkwa iwepụta n'onwe gị anyị bụ ụmụ nwaanyị ga-eseka gị ụmụ nwoke anyị ji eje mba n'ọnụ n'ụsọ n'okwu a bụ okwu nwaanyị to nwaanyị onwe ya na-ekpete nwaada to nwaada onwe ya na-ekpete ụmụ nwoke bịanụ unu keneche nwanne unu hapụla anyị ọgbọ ka anyị mee nwaanyị ya ihe ka o kweta na ọ na-eme. I salute everybody. I am a mic.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So let's go to Mommy Ojugo. Please have the mic. Thank you so much for coming. Happy Sunday to you. Thank you, man.
Good morning, Chino.
Good morning.
I think I saw Madam Ngozi. Good morning.
Yeah.
I saw Exodus. I'm sure
You
this
see
is.
here? You see here? Yes, he said it does.
Yeah, I think that's his symbol. So I can't. I didn't see the name is so tiny, and my eyes is still weak because it's just after 6 a.m. here.
Yeah, sorry.
So I just wake up, check my phone, and then saw that you're live. So I joined in, and it is onye nwe that symbol dịka esere ụnọ na ya, but whosoever.
Our brother Ozil.
Okay, I greet each and every one of you. And before I enter inside the platform, I think I saw about 50 something watching. Wow. I greet each and every one of you. God bless you all. And those who will watch later. May Almighty God bless all of us.
You see?
And we glorify God, the Almighty God, for the opportunity to see the new week. The new week, the first day of the week, Sunday. Happy Sunday to everybody. And I also want to use this forum to thank our people in Biafra land. Biafrans that are real Biafrans, that have passion to be free, to enjoy what it means to be free, to enjoy a good life, and to have basic need, I didn't say major, basic need of a human being that will be sitting at home tomorrow. Is for our good. It is for our good.
Yes.
I'm greeting you all in advance for tomorrow. Because I know before I wake up, you guys already started sitting at home. And, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for I'm trying to find a word to use to teach us. Let me just use that simple English. To educate us. We are generally ignorant of history. And we don't read, including me. We don't read. But here you are, doing that voluntary work. Voluntary, we pay you nothing. Teaching us. Go check how much teachers are being paid. We can do nothing but to say thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you.
We thank God for endowing you, directing you to this particular area. Because if God is not there to direct you, you might join in why is Shacha, why is she black, why punk. But God directed you to something totally different. I thank God for that. Dr. Ngozi said something yesterday that knocked me out. That since she was a child, she always asked God for wisdom. I said, now I have a prayer point for my son. I have a child, a son. I say, because we pray every night before we go to bed, we do family prayer. My mom lives with me. It's just me, my mom, and my son. So we always do family prayer. And now I have a prayer point for my child, to give him wisdom more than that of Solomon. Because when you have wisdom, you are able to discern what is right and what is wrong. Yes. That's why I told Kelenda that day he was screaming on top of his voice for nothing. I say, I need you to go back to discern that spirit. Yes. Because if I'm in your group, you cannot control me anyhow, like what DOS are doing. Order. Order is good. But you have a brain as a human being, not as an animal. We are all animals, but we have, as a human being, have a higher brain than any other animal. That is a reason. You reason. When government says something and the citizens don't like it, what do? They come out for protest. Some will even sue the government because they're working with their brain. It's not everything the OS says goes. Now it doesn't work like that. What we do is it paralyzes your brain. Your thinking faculty is being paralyzed, that you cannot ask questions as a human being. That means you are a dog with a chain on your neck that your owner is just dragging you to any direction. Please, I feel ashamed when a grown man will come out and say, how do they put it? There's a way they put it. You must obey the order. And you can't say nothing. A grown man. Please. That thing hit me somehow when I hear that language. You follow the leader. That's why when you follow the leader and they have like space or WhatsApp or a place or email where you can write. Write. When you write today, write tomorrow. That's what we're even doing now. That Dr. Ngozi Rabeze is doing. When she do it, she put all these people that matters their page, so they can read and listen and see what is going on. Please. DOS is an organization. I thank God Begona is an organization. But I'm gonna leave DOS to be where they are right now. Eventually, they will walk inside their country. Let them be where they are. By the time they ask them for document, I will see what they will do. So they're not my headache. Let me come to what we're discussing right now. I couldn't find, I tried to search for Sister Olewunne on Space. I couldn't find her because I wanted to write.
I have her name on space. I will spell it for you. What she's
Okay,
used.
please, WhatsApp it. You can send it to me on WhatsApp so I can find her and then write on her space. Yes, I would like to write. Because in that shoe where she is, as a sister, I was once there. So, people has to make investigation. Is she still a sister under any congregation? Or the congregation has fired her, but she decided to continue wearing the uniform? I'm telling you with the experience. Because I was once there. I have this, I know what I'm talking about. What some sisters does is when they are being terminated from being a sister, they will continue wearing the uniform of that congregation. Instead of taking the uniform out to go start a new life, they find it so difficult to make that change. So they stuck themselves with the uniform, and thereby anything they do, it reflects on the congregation where she previously belonged. And that is not right. So when they are saying all this, in my mind is, and for her to say she's been in Finland for up to 6 times, that gave me a very big red flag. If this sister is under a congregation, she won't have time for that. So you make it. I'm trying to find, because there are so many congregations that the uniform kind of similar. I don't know the particular congregation where she belonged. I would have made that research. Like I said, I have that experience. I was once there.
I want her full name. I want someone who knows her real full name. I will get the information where she is. Once I get her full name.
Yes, even me, I can make that research, but I don't know her full name. But that name Olewunne sound like somebody from my own area. Because that name Olewunne sounds so familiar to me, but I don't know if it's the Olewunne from my town. I don't know. So if she is, I don't know my town very well to track that, but I will try and see if I will find out if there is a reverend sister from that family Olewunne in my town. I don't know. But what I'm telling you is that if you make investigation, trust me, you will find out, mark today, you will find out that she's not under any congregation. I'm sure she must have been fired from the congregation. Yes. Because if she is under congregation, my dear, she will not have that even to be in the cabinet. Let me tell you, there was a reverend sister that used to be when Simon Ekpa was broadcasting. She's here with me in Texas. At a point, I didn't see her again. I called, I said, "No, what's going on? You don't." He said the congregation warned her that they don't want to be seeing her, showing her face. There is other ways she can support the Biafra, but not, and they don't contribute financially like that, but you can do a little from your pocket money. That's what I'm telling you. So after that sister, you will see her. That's why she told me she's not showing up anymore, because she got that warning from the congregation, and that's the right thing. There are some sisters that might be there, but you will see them showing their face. Yes, that's the congregation. That's Catholic Church for you. So now, that draws me now to Catholic Church as a whole. Because you are talking about sisters in Ireland, and Ireland is one of the strongest Catholic country, that island. A lot of the missionaries come from Ireland, and is Ireland Irish? I think they're all the same.
No, we have yes. In the you use Irish, but you have Ireland. You may own Ireland, you Iceland.
Exactly.
So
I just want to make sure that I'm saying the right thing. Most of the missionaries, go check, they're from that place. Now, when you come to Catholic Church did not do well during slavery in America.
They use them very well.
If you come to Catholic Church, I'm a Catholic. I went to school in a Catholic Reverend Sisters Secondary. They call it juniorate, because the purpose of that school, very strict school, that you don't go out till the end of the term. If you know what is juniorate, very strict, because they train you in such a way that tomorrow you will be a reverend sister. But after your secondary school, you have option to continue as a sister or to go, but the training is wonderful. When your child go through juniorate, the life is always different. Yes, I went through there. The life is always, anywhere they found themselves in the world, they are very strong in character. They stand their ground. So, Catholic Church as a whole, if you come here in US, you hardly see African Americans in the Catholic Church. You see them like Baptists, Methodists, all these other churches. You will see them in all these other churches. But Catholic, you might see one or two, because they did not fight to stop slavery. That is Catholic Church for you. I don't know the doctrine that Catholic Church are following, that say they follow Christ, but they have a lot of things that have a big question mark. A lot. Look at Pope, this current Pope. When he became Pope, he spoke about genocide, the Christian genocide in Nigeria. 95% of Christians are in United States of Biafra. Biafra land. He spoke about it. And now a man stood up. The current president of the United States of America, Donald J. Trump, stood up as a man to defend Christians with weapons, because the enemies are coming with weapons.
Exactly.
And Pope think that by preaching in Italy, the life of the Christians will magically save. But they will come out to tell us, God taketh it by vengeance. How are you going to do that? The kingdom of heaven by vengeance. Really? We call God of Israel. What is Israel doing now? Trying to defend themselves. Trying to defend themselves by those who do not appreciate life. Those who do not appreciate happiness. Those who, when they see you happy, that's when they get mad and they want to create sadness in your life. Pope think that preaching from Italy about Nigeria, that's how he's going to make a change. Do you see Catholic Church and their big question mark?
Very big one.
Very big one. So, instead of walking, the church should walk with a man that says, man will not marry man, woman will not marry. No. They're supporting people who encourages that.
Politics, Catholic Church.
The highest politics so far. That's if, my dear, if I begin to tell you what is inside this Reverend Sister thing, your ears will close. But what I'm going to tell you is this. That sister, that's why I wanted to write on her space. If she's no more under any congregation, she should, please, remove their uniform, because she is staining the name of that congregation. Because from what I'm seeing, she doesn't belong to any congregation. She's just wearing that uniform and doing her own thing. That's all. Which congregation is going to give you time every time you're running to Finland? You don't have a job? You're not answerable to somebody? Congregation that I know? No.
Very tight.
No.
We leave you just to be traveling up and down. Here.
Yes, no.
And I wonder, the Catholic of
Exactly. No. I was born and brought up. I went to Catholic school. I was even once that reverend sister before I left.
Okay.
It wasn't my call. I left, got married. But some will leave. They will want to continue wearing the uniform. What for? Move on with your life. Now you're staining the name of that congregation that you're wearing their uniform. Answering Reverend Father, or Reverend Sister. The same thing one of Ugiri, Achokwaracho from Amaron, which denominator that is Choya. Ghana the idiot
Jovika.
Jovika kwa.
Yes, actually, yes.
Jovika kwa. Ya pụta ihe o decide wu ị na-stay n'aka ya na life ya ụtụbara ndị be anyị by poor decisions that he's making and poor things that come out of his mouth. So, Catholic Church has a big question mark when it comes to supporting those who are suffering.
They have fellow Christians.
Those who are suffering, they are fellow Christians. They are far beyond that. Pope visited Africa, never stepped feet in Nigeria, where he from his mouth mentioned that is Christian genocide. Is that not a red flag?
It's a red flag.
Tomorrow, when he passes away, they will make him a saint. And those who die for their freedom, nobody recognizing them, it's a shame. Is individual race. Everything you need to know. Everything you need to know to go to heaven. That spirit to discern what is right and what is wrong is already in you. And that is what will take you to where you believe in. If there is heaven, if there is hell, that spirit will direct you to go and enjoy in what you believe in. Because in a prayer, I think our Father, or Catholic doctrine, that you enjoy here, that you prepare yourself here, is what will direct your soul to where you will go and continue what you believe in.
Exactly.
Church, no church, has nothing to do. Tradition, no tradition, you know the right thing. Do the right thing. And you will be in the right place. If you make a mistake as somebody with flesh and blood, you get corrected. Think about it. If it's the right thing, correct yourself and move on. Be in that right direction. Let me tell you, anybody na putana media name yeah. I'm warning, you're not talking to kids, please, for Christ's sake. You don't know the calibers of people that bring out their time to listen to you.
Honestly.
And if you're shouting on your platform, you're shouting like you're talking to kids. Be careful. That's not what. You don't insult people because you have a platform. Have it in your mind that I don't know who is watching me right now.
Yeah.
So know how to comport yourself. If you cannot comport yourself, organize yourself, please shut your platform down. Go check. Go check very well. How should I redirect my platform? Don't come out because you have a platform and you're insulting yourself and your generation. Uruechi apụta afọ nwa gasị ọkwa nwa onye dị otu a. bad history. If not to chief si wee pụta wee kwuo okwu onye chiri nze chi ọzọ na somebody papia ọdụmogwu Chukwu nyere ego ka o jee gote ngwa ya bụrụ ego pụọ abroad. Ọfụnanụ generation ya pụtana na-ada iberibe o chiri nze n'ọzọ. Ka anyị kpachapụ n'anya, especially ndị na-apụta in a public place with you, for people to see you, for people to listen to you. It's not about you.
Exactly, I said it. Not about the message.
Yes. And they actually use this forum where one adaka enwe ana-akpọ Uchechi to stop, for Christ's sake, mentioning Simon Ekpanjoko and saying Simon Ekpanjoko activities is one of the thing, or is the thing that led Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to prison. Uchechi, Chukwu zọrọ mụ na gị, mụ na gị anọ nso. M ga-agwa gị that man past man. Ya, ụdị ọgụ m ga-aba gị, ị ga-ajụ ọkwa nwaanyị na-anụghị ọgụ aka nwoke. Hapụ kene Simon Ekpanjoko aka. Mgbe ekpere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ikpe, adịnweghị anything m fụrụ of Simon ejiri kpe Nnamdi Kanu ikpe. Ekpere Nnamdi Kanu ikpe for sit at home. Ekpere Maazị Nnamdi Kanu ikpe for the man bịara Imo State. But exactly. Sit at home. That day, my brother, I'm in Imo State. That day, I was on my way to airport to come back to US. In fact, I saw the scene because few minutes in Yahameru, we got announcement immediately. Somebody called out, they said, if you are the flight, they're changing the flight time. That if you have time of flight this time, please rush down to that because I shortened the airport down. We passed through that place. The Kwebe made that incident, just a little bit up there, that's the airport. We rushed down to airport and took our flight back to Lagos until it was our time to back to US. The rest of the time, instead of in the east, we spend the remaining time at Lagos. Oh, my friend, I get back when Nnamdi Kanu with ESN. Who formed ESN? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Who saved the life of the ESN from Chinasa Nworu? Is Simon Ekpa. That saved the remaining life. Uchechi, you work with Chinasa Nworu. Uchechi, you knew that Chinasa Nworu had squad. Uchechi, you saw on Nigerian television a man that was interviewed, also not Chinasa Nworu, with their sponsor. Uchechi kpachara anya gị. Ị na-atụ bebebebebebebe ahụ, mara ebe ịtụ ya aga. Chukwu na-azọ gị wụ na m anọ gị nso. Ị ga-asị, ọ maka ị kpọrọ Simon ka m ji tia, I would tear you into pieces. I am talking to you with anger. Biko na ọ bụrụ na ị makwa S-handle ya, itesewara m nke sister test arụ m ya, ka m dere ya note there. Ya stay clear from Igbo Simon Ebubo. Oh no, dear. The same people are saying that na ha na-eme ihe Simon na ana-ebute Simon na-asị ihe ha na-eme. Uchechi on the group gị. On the group gị. Biko, onye makwa onye ọwụdọ ya aka na ntị. Simon jikwa ọnụ ya kwu na ihe ya na-eme is on his own. Ka mmapụ ya ebe a biko, ụmụnne m ndị nọ na platform, iwe wekwenụ unu na m na-estretch my speech. Thank you so much. I apologize.
Thank you, Madam Origin. Without wasting time, let's go to Maz TV because he's here with us. After him, then go to Maz Greg. Maz, please, if you are close to your mic, fire down.
I'm doing one.
Hey, what Maz
Greetings. Now, check please. I don't know if my voice is coming out clear. Is it coming out clear?
Yeah.
I don't want to raise my voice.
No, it's normal.
So, right. Happy Sunday to you, Mazi Chino. I greet you, my brother. I greet you, Ojugo, the one that just finished speaking now. I greet you, my sister. You've spoken at length and listened. God bless you for you speaking out. Thank you for expressing your heart to the people, and we Biafrans, we are listening. I greet you and I say happy Sunday to you, my sister. Nozio, I greet you. Happy Sunday to you. And Greg, I greet you. Happy Sunday to you. I also want to use this opportunity to greet everyone in session about the world that are listening to us. We are in Aturi Biafran TV, where the message of redemption and liberation is being preached to humanity with good intention and with a genuine mindset. So I greet you all, everyone on our comment section. Chineke goes each and every one of you. Happy Sunday to you all. I also want to use this opportunity to thank God on behalf of our leadership of the USB government, Mazin Andekalo, which is our leader, supreme leader, Samanepa, which is our prime minister, and the Tatangozara Vezelele Banyako, which is our deputy prime minister. The triangle, the trinity of the leadership of USB government, which they are doing the needful. We need to pray for them for much more grace upon their life, divine protection, and divine preservation for each and every one of them. Especially our Tatangozara and all the genuine cabinet members. For God to grant them 1,000 men wisdom. It is not easy to lead Biafra. Biafra is one of the most difficult people to raise on the planet Earth to lead. But thank God for Biafran Spirit is in charge of this movement. We are the citizens of the United States of Biafra. We are the children of light from the rising sun. I believe we are the ambassadors of peace, which is the fourth fundamental principle of USB. We are the ambassadors of peace, fairness, equity, and justice, to progress. That is who we are, and that is what we represent. So if you call yourself a Biafran, I'm not actually representing these four fundamental principles, which means I am deceiving myself. That's my belief. Mazi Chino, depending on your topic in a treaty this evening, talking about our sister Olewunne, repeating the history of Roman Catholic sisters, Ireland, Mexico, and Angola, and the rest of them. In my own contribution, my own kind of contribution I want to put in here. I believe in the word of God, which that sister believes as a Christian. In that word of God are not there. There's a place that says that the Holy Spirit is not an author of confusion. It's not an author of confusion. And in Biafran, in this our movement, I find on email, I believe Biafran Spirit is not an author of confusion. So when you're in any department of that you find yourself in any department in this Biafra movement, it is a privilege. It is a call to serve. It is a call to serve. Mazna Nkalo, it's an office. As the leader of this movement, all an office to call. It's a call to serve. Samanepa, as a prime minister, it's a call to serve. The Tongo Zarabese, as the deputy prime minister of the United, is a call to serve. Those that are in the independent media, there is a call to serve. So we all are called to serve in this Biafra movement. And as we are called to serve individually, it is a privilege that you are called to serve. And when you are called to serve, you are not going to make yourself to become an agent or an instrument of confusion where you are called to serve. Now, if I want to single out this our sister right here, right now, our sister talked about we should go and verify. Only as no way, Reverend Sister, and as no Ghana, Finland more than 6 times or 6 times. The question now, you want to Ghana, Finland down 6 times or whatever how many times I got there. As somebody that is being called to serve, can you intention you got Finland there? Can you her intention you got Finland? And the only one in Finland or Onaga Finland down on behalf of the USB government. Onaga Finland down on behalf of our Prime Minister and Apoya Siabia. I don't know. I cannot give for me. I cannot give an answer to that. But ebe more my focus now in regards to her personally, based on her portrait on internet. Ebe more as when I be. For her, bringing out informations where it's being called to serve, you will not follow the rules and regulation of the cabinet, of the government status. She made a very, very huge mistake about that. Because remember, we are ambassadors of fairness and equity. I am pass sound judgment. Because if you're not this Biafran government, I know the kingdom of God here on earth. The kingdom of God on earth, we are going to judge the world. I don't want to judge you. Because USB stand as a true government, you see, from kingdom of God, of which only did all discipline, only moral decency, only did all pure in the heart. It cannot be actually become a genuine citizen of the United States of Biafra. And we are going to leave that example, though. And I'm going to put every record straight. We will continue to be standing on that truth and nothing but the truth. And because of that truth and with the life, all that truth and with the light, I got shining to this world. All that truth and with the justice that the whole world is going to experience. All that truth and with the equity, all that truth and with the fairness, the world is still expecting, because the whole world is waiting for the manifestation of the true sons of God. All them there they are, Genubia, France. We are in this world, but we are in this world. We are in this world. We are in this world, but we are not for this world. I don't know why. Where find an email? They don't want us, because the everybody's name operate is different from the way they are operating. The world that's on truth, the world that's on peace, the world that's on fairness, the world that's on equity, and the world that's on justice. And they preach here, but they don't practice it. And they preach self-defense, and they preach self-determination. Which are you what about to run and kind? Now, this our sister Ifane not being an author of confusion. He brought confusion, which Holy Spirit is not an author of confusion. So now, these are distractions when there is a system that is working. Bruni Anubi, I'm with an agenda. There is an agenda that is going on. There is a high conspiracy that is going on our life, on our people. And that agenda, they want to stimulate actually weapon in the surface of this planet Earth because of the mineral resources Chineke Nigeria in Uburu Alliance will be African land. And because of the potentials we are not We are fearfully and we are wonderfully made by Chukwu Abiyama. The Europe ma ndị ọcha ma about this thing now. The UK ma ya. Only half from the anyone as in under the iche. These people are different. And the Chineke na Baba position na the center of the world. In Biafra land they own in Elania na today now. You need to find a match in Eluya. Ukburu ala in fan in one my diamond, my gold, my mineral resource, everything. Chineke na Tyrian Ukburu ala. Not have discovered. I say for these people, for them to get this thing, they must get rid of each and every one of us. You have a very big agenda. I would say this in a when you're in the Fulani. Since the Fulani, no again occupy Neluala. Then also. Then I have again occupy no Burala based on the natural resources. Look at what is going on in Nigeria now. People are being displaced, communities are running because of that mineral resources. So people are not getting it. Now, Biafra Digokwa declared in the declaration of this our brother this Biafra phenomenon on 29th of November 2029, which is the code. The whole world is shaking today. The whole world is shaking because of our declaration. I ain't got on email more. Man, at the time and the 69 on email. The whole world is actually shaking. Nigerian government is shaking. Everywhere is quaking. They are panicking because of the declaration of the kingdom of God here on earth. Who is that USB? It's unfortunate now some of us are who we are and what we represent. In Ghana, sister Numeni, Olewunne. Olewunne, but him and ikuku na-eme ukwu kafu ikokoko. Now, I make a Chineke like this woman, she came out and she made some revelations. Because when we hear in the Bible, when na kwuru ụgwọ si aga ga bụ ụmụ Chineke n'ọnụ. Si aga bụ ọnụ ụmụ Chineke n'ọnụ. Onye ahụ rute di ya. Instead of ịbụ ụmụ Chineke n'ọnụ, ya bido bless ha. Chineke dị aware.
Yes, sir.
He started blessing them. Now this woman, maybe she was being sent to bring this confusion among us. So that Abaleana, Ginelana, Efoyi as a reverend sister. Now when you is preaching peace, not to put peace. Which means he's trying to undermine the good work of the cabinet members. They want to undermine our deputy prime minister. They can see if not only of former. The neighbor reverend sister. In the name of not a religious sister, not a natural, and we are not going for peace. No one is going for peace. All eyes are on her. Then the good job of a deputy prime minister now are this undermined. But did you know what? Biafrans are wiser than Kigba as well. And the wiser. He can no longer deceive Biafrans anymore in the name of religion. He gave you religion deceive Biafrans than Kigba as well. Because do you know why? Because Biafran spirit is in charge. The creation of this religion we have already known God right from time immemorial. I am not going to right from time immemorial. Now I accept Christianity because now I saying, okay, no, yes, no, God of the heaven and earth. Yes, I say yes. I say not quite the same God and can it. I say not the same God and can it. How will religion and Bazia, Desia and Bible Buterania? Then I say, okay, let us welcome them. Otakas women are welcome. Then Undefulani, Mutas welcome Kandausa. Abafulanda and the Muslim. Abakwa in the name of Muslim. One day you can arrange now. Genunt. One day you can arrange now. Abakwa in the name of Muslims. In the Fulani Gamen and that infiltrate in the name of Muslim. But one who believe, I believe in the name of Vishala. I will require in the name of Vishala where Banda will see me. That was asking and I would the same, not quite the same. Mohammed, I say yes. And about I'm an agenda hand different from the real in Dawsa. Kitana chicks in the Fulani Kitana, the same religion and Nebupa the same Dawsa, wipe all their generations away. Then they bring these two religions now in Fanny Kukia. When you order, under the Christian now, based on an Akoga country. You will take the other left to Kapiagia, Nagaku, Naganebu, you may write to Bugura back. Then the other side of the other religion, I said, no, I'm the I'm the power in a Bubu, and I need Google, Emericanaho, just like what you say, Bokoko. You don't need to protect yourself. You made mistakes in the protect him. It was in a terrorist. But no, if not we are writing that in history. They are not using religion to deceive USB government. Maybe in the name of religion, again never not. I am only me for joy as a Christian. We don't condemn any religion. Biafra has given every opportunity to everybody to serve. The way Christian know, the way Muslim, Judaism, you are being given opportunity to serve. If you are in the name of Christianity, you are not serving well. I got baggy boots. If you are in the name of tradition, you are not serving well. I got baggy boots. If you are in the name of Judaism, you are not serving well. Biafra spirit got baggy boots. Just like Otu Anwanya has we able to Number one, only her Jinaka by her exposition. Through her, the Tongo's is been vindicated by this argument that some of this the fallback and online. By now, we are covered that the Tongo's is not speaking with the masses and but no Sagari declare Biafra. She has been able to clear that air through her mouth. As I'm not they are aware. No one when you do Sagari declare Biafra. Yeah, confirm where. And that one is go confusion in the campus in the fallback now because of that exposition now. But tables were dire. Then also in her cabinet because of she was not following the rules and the regulation. She was going out of her way. Abayabu to see her to a gap. So we have nothing to lose in that. And that is a part of the distraction. Bringing us to the level of now. I ain't gonna be focus. I ain't gonna make any sure I ain't gonna remain focus. In the area government I now. Get the angle of government I now again. Into the season of international recognition after our declaration. I am with the department of our government. Into the season of international recognition after our declaration. Because without the declaration now, we are wasting our time. And that may achieve. Every other dictators, they were not able to achieve it. Everybody can see a mirror. Documented find cases all over the world. I know number one. Then the world government, however, I agree in a government time under the session of international recognition after our declaration. Oh, when the citizens I'm disposing at the focus now for you not to be distracted and for me not to be distracted. I'm gonna acquire, but I'm gonna put all of their in one. I'm gonna put her to rest anytime they rise up. Our own duty we're gonna to support that government go for international recognition after our declaration. Only way millionaire as a Biafran with $1 million got to say on a USB government, you have nothing to lose. If you're a billionaire with $1 billion got to deposit on a USB government, you have nothing to lose. Instead of go get yourself in the name of now, you want to ignore what USB is doing. Because if you refuse to comply with what USB is doing, you are going to be a victim of one Nigeria. Yeah, with the truth and nothing but the truth. Then thirdly, it is the duty of we the people to guide our community, to self-guide our community based on the impending danger now at hand now. Email on internet, internet. Gama and the Fulani Nagana community can be take over your land to displace you, to take over your ancestral land because that is the agenda. Before they take over your ancestral land, I gave bunda, we got no new again. And I'm who their testimonies out there. Fulani na Yoruba Bagoso, Ndausa, Elusuago, Igbo would the land Hanachi conquer, and Igbo land can never be, it is unconquerable. Because on a prophecy, it's unconquerable. But don't help them to come and conquer you. You must do your own part by protecting your community. Echekuna Onyobela, Echekuna USB government, Echekuna Soludo, Echekuna Hupusodema, Echekuna Governoti. One, any men on the ground. You are the men on the ground of yourself. Just something because the bill has been passed. Remain focus on that. And thank God our people a week will go up. A week will go up. And we go many kind of security measures now in Biafra land. Officially that confirm Wagoya. I'm a Ekuzoku peace na Anambra State now. Because one in a position Akudo, Mande, Dogachi, one of them has been delegitimized. People are waking up. So follow and wake up. And guide their community. If you refuse to guide your community, I got another community. And you village man to some certain times. You can't hold the third. Number 4, fundamental and disposing adequate focus now. Kiarebe Kogidako Olewunne Kogidako IPOB as a group, they lose focus. I na I pay equal attention. So that can already distracted. The fourth one here, one, there is no election, Nigerian election in Biafra land. I na aka copy to be na nke as well. Even though no one Igbo. After Kona Pito be no one Igbo. Futa be who a Fulani. It destroy in Igbo by luring you into one Nigeria is going to where poor. Chitakwana through referendum. 15 million voted to leave Nigeria. Or wait to try referendum. Genaga Kakoko P2B under second option. You Fukubuti na USB. Ufukugo na CRC. Ufukugo na one Nigeria. You are deceiving yourself, or I am deceiving myself if I'm thinking towards that angle. There's no election in Biafra land. Fourth, and not the last, the zoo must leave our land. Zoo police, zoo army, zoo navy, zoo forces, anything zoo, operation zoo must leave our land. In the 40 states, because we are the citizens of the United States of Biafran government. Our government is bringing out our ID card. Only maybe ID card, but your way, register your ID card. Only
I have done my job on Friday. I was very happy.
We don't get an save when your ID card. It's a only when the money now. That might apply because that ID card they save in the nearest future. Nigeria Tigo no Tigo. Nigeria people be when we boy to a Brugo. So ID card down or is changing our identity. Our identity changing. From the Biafra, God have given us a new name, just like Abraham to Abraham. Now, from Biafra, and as the United States of Biafra, which is a very, very solid and a very, very supernatural name God has given unto us. Everybody through ID card, I give you salute. I'm gonna say one name way. I'm gonna make it way, which means God have changed our name. We are no more cursed. We are now blessed. We are no more divided. We are now united. So only natural peace on a USB key there. Mandane preach peace. If you want peace on a USB key there, you get in a USB bapo. After our declaration, get in a USB bapo. Ghana started now call peace. You are deceiving yourself. So all natural peace on a USB key there. Outside USB, there is no peace for you. Outside USB, there is no fairness for you. Outside USB, there is no equity for you. Also. Outside USB, there is no justice for you. USB with the justice. USB with the progress. USB with the only government. So all on a USB, on a USB or someone never get baba. On Nigerian government can get baba. Or on a Ghana government can get baba. So Ndana confuse you. Ndana confuse you. Neither saying I want to hate USB, hate the Tongus Arabese, hate Mazana Carlo, hate the United States of Biafra. Man, drawn down. A beck and down belong. Some of them they belong nowhere. Belong. And some of them they are saying it with their mouth that we belong nowhere. So go to somebody they belong anywhere. Gonna be confusing Kagina Bosro to belong nowhere. Everyone will be belong, they belong. When you want so because you have common sense. This is common sense, man. You have 1 + 1 or 2. You tell me to drop Biafra. You want me to drop Biafra? Nigeria government say we should drop Biafra. If you want me to drop Biafra, can you replace Biafra? Niawodo no restructuring. No restructuring can get replace here. Mazinan the car say okay. All not restructuring. Ebezi one can restructuring no. No G restructuring na aka. Niawodo restructuring. Oji kwa restructuring. Ina say ka drop
Biafra. No aka nde Fulani.
Mazinan the car we diesem Mazinan Niawodo. We see when for me to drop this Biafra, I will take you this restructuring now. I'm for Yanamo. Mamma said, I'm drop this. In Kajinaka Kitana, who USB. Ajinaka. Only drop a Kitana, and I get drop wire. One can get replace USB. So don't be a fool. Don't allow anybody to take you out where you belong. USB represents grace. And if I target this USB, one nigga, he got the 100%, he got the disgrace at the end of the day. You can walk against this USB. You are working against your own progress. You are working against your own justice. You are working against your own equity. You are working against your own peace. I know about work on your own baramba. Always you can preach about, and then they preach
But
self
I
to
feel
kill
the
So in conclusion, so in conclusion,
this time around. No apology for anybody.
I'm telling you. So in conclusion, one to come and be part of what USB is doing. Only for Charoso, you have also Efro, Naga Bakbuna. One I have Bakbuna the Oko. USB will go no biago. Either you are in or you are out. USB have already stand and it will stand forever. Okarage mana iju chore ewu oji because chineji e ga na fuzi ewu ohi ahụ. So mazi Chino, keep on doing the good job you are doing, and Chineke na gana gbakwa anyị ume. Ọ dịchakwara anyị easy. But with God all things are possible. Or with all things are possible.
Thank you so much.
Yes. One na-agba Ada Simon Ekpa ndị a ga-apịachi platform ya. If you know that you have not subscribed to our new channel, please do so. If you only need a number or a phone, it will direct you and it will get the current situation of the channel. Kaga subscribe and Kanaga subscribe. Make sure you subscribe to our new channel.
I want to subscribe. I want to post on my comment section now.
I'm telling you, I need an emergency more than 1,000 subscribers on our new channel. Yeah, Kaga live. It's work on easy. And only show you only when you can this way, you played that road to destroy that channel. You are caused with a cause. Because now woman when your German is fighting for the freedom of our own people under self-defense and self-determination, which has never been a crime. So in whoever hand that caused that thing now, because I am not report on no channel on them, but they always report our own channel. But God will continue to protect us. So thank you so much, Chino.
Yeah, thank you. Please, this is Ada Simon, the present YouTube. Please, the one I pinned on my comments, please touch the link. The link will take you there. You subscribe immediately, please. That is the link there. That is the link I posted now. You can see it on the comment section here. See it here. I can also flash it on my screen. See it on screen here. I pin it here. So please subscribe without wasting time. That is the link. Follow the link, please. Yeah, my brothers, thank you so much for that wonderful submission. And I thank you for all you do. We are in this together. Our name now is No Leave, No Transfer. And we are totally mad at this end point of our seeking for recognition. We are only seeking for recognition. And remember what we are doing today is when Ireland is seeking recognition, is when the sisters was against the movement in Ireland, in Israel also. And you go and check the history of Ireland very well. Women was the more powerful than men in Ireland. So please, let's go to our brother Greg. Please have the mic as we continue. Mazi Greg, I close to him. Okay, he's there.
Hello, Mazi Chino. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon for
my Biafrans. I wish you the same, Chino. My greetings to our brothers and sisters, all the customers of the Pora Jugo, Exodus, and I don't know what other person. Where I'm from, I'm Rose. My greetings, brothers and sisters. Happy Sunday, and may the blessings of our Heavenly Father be upon all of us, starting from Mazi Nandekan and Simon Ekpa, and Dr. Ngozi Arabeze, our leaders, and the cabinet, and the medias, and those who are fighting genuine for the coming of Biafra. May the same God bless the Igbo land and bless the Biafra land until we are together in Biafra land again. Thank you, my brother. I will not waste much time. I just come to, after listening yesterday's broadcast by our able DPM, I was bittered in mind, even though this we started fighting this since last week when all those news come out. I still maintain my stand for what our sister did. I am a Catholic, not just a Catholic, but a staunch Catholic. You don't need anybody to, you don't need somebody to ask about it. So, but that doesn't mean that when our beloved and respected sister did something bad, we will not say it is bad. For me, I was so disappointed because it shows that maybe she has not been pure, or maybe this time around she's been deceived. Because what I can understand, or two things I'm thinking within my mind, is maybe the sister, all this while, even when our PM was here, it shows that she was not supporting the PM with all her mind, or that PM is left and we go 247 and Aggie then left, and then she is a sympathizer to these people, because these are the people I believe that must have tricked her in doing some of the things she did. So, what am I trying to say? For her, I was one of the people that, one way or the other, say that our DPM should look for somebody around that might be trusted, and be sending to our PM all this time if she will not have the opportunity. So that person, if there is anything, you will go and give the PM reports and let her know what is going on and get some information, since he is supposed to be a trusted one inside the cabinet. And with what I can understand yesterday from our DPM broadcast, it shows that that's exactly what they did. So they picked her to be going to our PM to give report and getting some, if there is any information at all. But instead of going to do those things that the cabinet want her to be doing, she become a complete different thing. So it's a very disappointing. That is sabotage. Sabotage is not only when you took money. You might be going in sabotaging indirectly. Because for you to go to PM and say that they passed law against sit at home, the sit at home was even more harder when our PM was here than now. Now that is only sit at home of only on Monday, and they are going. That it shows the PM himself that you were even against him when he was here. I don't know how you people don't reason or don't think. Even at your level of exposure and with the spirituality and with education as a reverend sister, Kalijo don't admit an idiot or somebody who cannot reason into that kind of position. So somebody must reason. For you to go there, it shows the PM that you were not even with him. Because if you're talking about only Monday sit at home, what about those things Nigeria will misbehave? When the governors will be mistreating Mazinanaka or doing evil in Nigeria, and they gave them some extra, even 3 days, 4 days sit at home. So he would have traveled to Nigeria then and go and tell Mazinanaka that this and that. These are the people that worked with our PM, and that is what they are still doing with the DPM today. So all this while you were inside this with PM and not knowing that you are not with him. So that's what it shows. PM will reason, for you coming to tell me that sit at home is being passed by law, that means you were against the sit at home, and you were all this time pretending and getting information for some people. He is not stupid. We are not stupid. We can reason. And they are bold enough to come and tell us the Biafrans. I don't know how a person at your level cannot reason. So, what am I trying to say? What I'm trying to say is she failed herself. She should be ashamed of the things she did. And when somebody cut off from the position she is, we that are not in any position, we are not in the cabinet, we have so much high expectation for you people that are there and respect for you people that are there. So somebody at that position and that level cannot bring us down. Once you remove yourself from that place, then if you want peace, then you come outside and stay like me and become an ordinary supporter if you really want Biafra. It don't not to come and when anytime people misbehave, like you go 247, you will be pretending as if the whole Biafrans hate Maz Nandekano, the whole Biafrans hate Maz Simon, but it's only you, and you go 247 and Dr. Age, and those people, you join the people who sold Maz Simon Banjoko, and you are telling Biafrans you want peace. These are the people who, after 2 days, not even up to 2 days, the PM was taking the raise Momo and counter his position. They won't take that PM position. They raise Momo, they raise Chata, they raise, what do you call it, bylaw, all those stuff. That when PM spend so much time, people work day and night in preparing Biafra Constitution. The Constitution of the United States of Biafra was prepared before the declaration, so that when we call our country a name, that name will have a constitution that is backing it. Otherwise, why the people work day and night to make sure that constitution was there before the declaration? And after that, people said step back and say no, it's charter. They left the charter again and then go and prepare their own bylaw. This is the people you want to bring into. You say you want the PM say he wants peace. What is peace? If those people want peace, then you, the sisters, supposed to go and start telling them where they are wrong and redirect them what to do. If you feel that your spirit not attacking the United States government that is in the right position, in the right track, and you are trying to destroy it. So I don't know how people reason. So anytime somebody left that place, then let that person go out of and leave the people who are doing the normal thing and who are ready to obey the government, who are ready to be loyal to Biafrans. Because when you're in the cabinet, you are serving the Biafrans. So you must be loyal to us and do the work according to us what we want. You're not coming to want peace at the same time you're instigating hatred to the United States of Biafra government and the DPM. Telling us that they are not doing what the PM said they should do. What the PM said they should do, they should bring those people who started 2 weeks after the redeclaration, they started gathering information against the DPM and sending to FBI so that she will be arrested in America, so that the whole thing will scatter totally. These are the people you want to make peace. I don't know why our people cannot reason. I don't know which kind of peace do you want? You, the Reverend Sister, which kind of peace do you want? So wanting peace is for Ogenkere to come back as a finance minister. Wanting peace is to Vam to come as an information deputy and Akbarawa come as an information minister. That is peace. Wanting peace is when we go 247 will come back to the cabinet. This is Sunday, Solomon Nkwocha and the rest of them will come back. This is what is called peace. I think that is supposed to be a shame, because even a little child cannot reason the way you reason. It shows that you have not been even with the PM. You have not supported PM all this while. You have not supported him. Because if you support him and you do not have anything tangible that you want to go against with the United States of Biafra, if not sit at home. And you're supposed to have peace. Which people are you want to have peace for? So that time they found the office for United States in Washington. When they say those people who are angry, come, this is the opportunity for peace. How many people did you went and preach and tell them, come to United States of Biafra in Washington? The first time it was open, there was a time the PM say, or DPM say, come. Those who are angry, those who want to peace, let us use this opportunity to reconcile one more time. How many people do you went and preach and they come back? Yeah? How many people? How many people did you went and preach and brought them to the there? Nobody. If there is any person, just tell Biafrans. When they make this new one, if you are IPOB, if you are whatever you are, they form a forum. Come, let us be in one. Even in that forum is more than 1,000 people. Are you not? Is that not a peace? So the peace you want is when the people will come as a cabinet and then they will start fighting the cabinet there. I even hail our DPM for even raising up that number that will be still coming as a cabinet. The more cabinet you have, the more trouble you have. So please, sister, leave the Biafra government and leave Biafrans alone. If you want to support. If you don't want to support, go inside and relax. Go inside and relax. So stop coming to the media to distract people and distract the government from what they are doing. So any person that want to deceive himself, let him be deceived. You see, they're going up and down talking lies. DPM have not been to this. Have not been to our PM. He doesn't talk to our PM. Uche in Finland. He doesn't go to see. So anytime somebody go there, they will come. Do you know why this criminal Madhab and all their gangs want to regulate people, to gang themselves to know, to say people have to pass through them to see what do you call it, to see the PM? It's because they want to know the people who will go and know the kind of information they will be giving to the PM, because within themselves they are not confident. They know that they are evil. And the people they are working for as giving them that thing. They let the people who go there know when PM go, DPM go, know when FAMD go, know when those, so that they will come through you. So that anything they want to pass, anything they want to do, they will know when and know the kind of thing that is PM information PM is getting. That is why they want people to be going through them. No other thing. Otherwise, tell me somebody who is in Finland who cannot even be able to shake hand with his local government chairman, and they want to interrupt what people who have opportunity to shake hand with the people that make decisions around about the world. Shame. So it's just for me, please, I want to use this opportunity again to beg all our medias. Know where you are getting your source. Otherwise, you will be misled. Some come to write to the media, send media information. That is what makes cheese. I tell our brother Kelena last time, I tell him, you are talking about some of all these things you are talking because you don't get the information. You don't relate yourself with some of your media friends. You say you don't have a number, you are not in any of these things. That shows, because when they knew that maybe you are a weak point, they can use you. They want to use you to attack the government. That's what they want to do. That's what they did to Mazi Choose Survivor. Because Choose Survivor said, I want to be alone. He doesn't watch other people's program. He doesn't watch people's contact. Only him is righteous. You see? So it doesn't work like that. So know when you are getting your right information. So that is my advice. Please, people who are in the media, before you bring anything or before you talk, please, we don't ask people not to be independent media, but please, when you get information, know where your information is coming from and know the people who want to deceive you. That is my submission. Thank you, Maz. And let other people speak. God bless you.
So much. Thank you so much, Mazi Greg. Thank you so much, Ezedos. That is exactly what we're here to do. For me, my message is I want Biafra as a country. Now I have found out that it's only through USB I can shift Biafra as a country. That is all I care for. And I have seen that our DPM has repeated the history of many countries who has made it through this way. That is only in Africa alone, 15 governments in exile, and she has, and all of them issued declaration. And despite it, the advocate of peace is not possible. Olewunne, the whole of your family, your community, none of them, you are not in good terms with all of them. Then, the other one is this. Many people that have achieved their country, they have many different groups. When many of them declare or redeclare, that is why I was hitting the history of Namibia, because Nigeria is in the matter of South Africa in our case. That is why I'm telling Biafrans that there is no other way, that the only way is, after many of them declares, Namibia has 8 groups, Algeria has 9 groups. Look at the island that the sisters are against the movement, talking down on those issue declaration. I'm telling you the gospel truth. Ireland has about 5 groups. The sisters was involved in all those groups, and I'm imagining bishops. The mental slavery of Catholic Church must end. Please, because of my time, we are going to end it here until we come back again today to finish what happened in Mexico, what the sisters did in Mexico, Venezuela, and the others. So, Mazi, let us please your final submission, because I have class online at 3 o'clock and class has already started, so I want to join them. I want to end the program, please. Go on.
Okay. My final submission tonight. Thank you so much for your wonderful program. Thank you, EG. My final submission tonight. In regards to that protest, they are campaigning in Finland. Biafrans want us to pay attention to this. Please, if you are going to Finland, just go there to Finland to go and pay a solidarity to our PM, Simon Ekpa, in the court, in that court premises. Let your solidarity will be in that court. Don't go there for any protest being formed by any group that we don't know nothing about. People that are against USB government, they are putting protests. People that are against USB government, they are putting protests. They want to claim that they love PM Simon Ekpa more than the USB citizens and the USB government. That is a fake protest, eye service protest. For you not to be a victim of a circumstance, for you to avoid chaos. For you to avoid chaos, you need to make use of your common sense. Mazi Simon Ekpa is the Prime Minister of every Biafran. Mandan Neklemona na Siya Rusi, Mandan Neklemona fall back, whatever. He's the Prime Minister of all. So if you love Simon Ekpa as the Prime Minister, if you're around that Europe, it is true that the Finland people are the one hosting that protest. We are not condemning it. Understand? So if you're around Europe, go to Finland, make sure you find your way to that court premises. Dress responsibly. You can put up a placard. You understand? Be disciplined. Have moral decency. You can just write in the placard there, our PM Simon Ekpa is not Onyobo robber. Self-defense is not a crime. Self-determination is not a crime. Free our Prime Minister. The Finland, we know that they help people in that court premises, so that all know when double bad intention will be there. If you mess up there, Finland police will arrest you. But if you go and leave that premises and you are going and jumping up on the street of Finland in the name of enemy protest, it is going to bring misunderstanding. It's going to bring chaos, and you're going to be a victim of the circumstances. And the thing can even attract danger in the court and in the understand against our Prime Minister. Please don't help those mediocres to bring things down. Find your way to the court and play your solidarity there in a very, very simple and a very, very matured way. So in conclusion, my brothers and sisters, I'm going to advise you. No problem. I will respond. There is a response that our DPM give in regards to the question of Onyendu, the purported appointment of IPOB organization. I'm already distracted though, because this thing ain't fun. Mega say distraction. I ain't got more cars. Our DPM responded. He said, "I believe these are distractions." He said, "We have to wait and see where they are coming from. Nigeria uses them, but let's see how far they want to go. Onyendu is in prison. Any announcement purportedly formed from someone in prison should be evaluated and watched with a third eye. USB is a government declared. IPOB is an organization that was cancelled out by PM Simon Ekpa. We follow PM's directive because he was our immediate past leader and freely shaped the movement while Onyendu was in prison. In conclusion, it is my job that of Biafrans that are free at this time to evaluate if the presumed appointment from Onyendu is fully in line with the principles that PM laid out and what the person appointed will do to promote the new nation that Onyendu seeks. Anything short of PM's guidelines of my approval will be relegated to the trash. Then, Yasi, Richard in Israel is doing a great job so far from our DPM. And if you watch yesterday night in the program, in the fundraising, DPM dropped a statement. He said that if when PM Samnepa comes out, Yama would the COS, would the Deputy Prime Minister of the United States of Biafra, our PM, all the whole records. When any other person, Oyama Naginia the record. Then all Namazna and Kano Potasi from Sokoto Pota, all our Prime Minister, Samnepa, gave me to Mazna and the Kano. Gania the report of everything that happened when he was not around. So Munna, no Munna. I love you all, and may God bless each and every one of us. Mazichino.
Mazedos, thank you so much. After the program, after my class, Mazedos, I will call you because of what we discussed yesterday. Finally, conclusion has come. So I will inform you after the program once I finish my class today because the class is on. I'm just recording. So after my program, I can be able to listen to the class from the area I missed the class. So
it's all right.
Thank you. We must continue. Mazedos, there is no time to sleep. There is no room to gossip. This is a time for us to face reality. If reality is what you said, working to achieve our international recognition, support the government through your fund. My people, see my video. I entered the Zoom to capture my ID card. I see thousands of Biafrans capturing my ID card. On Friday, I captured. So I was waiting for my own ID card. Ciao. Yes, Saturday, it's on Friday, you know that Biafrans are prepared. On Friday was over 1,000 Biafrans. The line was busy. I was there live and direct. And somebody that he saw me when I captured on Friday. So please.
And they captured everybody, right? They captured everybody.
They captured them. What the government is doing is that they want to, because the more larger number we get, the more the money reduce. But with small number, the same money we are going to pay. So that's what the government is asking. Yeah, Boy Maxwell, thank you so much. Yes, we are there live. You can see on him on the comment section. I captured on Friday. So please go for your ID card. Over 1,000 and was being captured on Friday. That is why I could not come on live earlier. That is why after that I have to move out. So please, dear friends, go and take it. When you enter the Zoom, you'll be happy. Joy will fill your mind. It's on Friday. I know that Biafrans are really supporting this movement. They want the ID card. Go and take your ID card, please. That is how you are what? A very peaceful, obedient citizen that loves your country. You can't love USV without an ID card. You must identify who you are. Are you with us or you are the enemies? All the enemies must rear their ugly head. Mazi said us. Remember when was Maz Humble Lion? I said that many people are going to go out from this cabinet. Remember when I said it? That many enemies will come. You remember?
Exactly.
Now it's happening. It remains one man in this government right now. That man will soon leave. For over 2 months, DPM will shake a man who has never come to meeting. They are dancing with Olewunne together. They are the one giving the small information out. There must be the message must feed them out, because the message must choose those who will deliver it to the point of recognition. So if you are not for the message, the recognition message will drop you out. That's what is happening now. Follow Maz said us. Remember that those who are in their platform, the message has dropped them. Did you force yourself to be in social media? The message, when the message is choose you, you will be here. But when message never choose you, you'll not be here. I said today, I was sleeping. A message come to me, asking me, do I know reason why Biafra was being redeclared 29? I said no. He said, man proposed, God disposed. That Biafra is a kingdom of Chukwu Okadiama. That is only him who knows the Biafra will come. That is why Obatobi proposed second. It happens on Sunday. And in that dream, they said that when a man proposes a date, that the enemies will be around to destroy that date or make that date to be very raw or very evil day. That's why we want Biafra to be a peaceful one. That is why he takes them on our way. Remember our word of our DPM that we have mesmerized them. Chukwu Okadiama. Mesmerize Ogenkere. Mesmerize Sonny Akwarawa. Mesmerize all these men around us. And the Biafra was really declared on a day that nobody even believed. Our DP never planned to declare Biafra November 29. She never planned to redeclare on November 29. But Chukwu Okadiama said, this is my country. I am the owner. I am the maker. I am the man. I am the God who proposed that nobody will dispose. All of you have proposed. Simon, I am here to dispose it, and they proposed on November 29. On November 29, everywhere was peaceful. Evidence God will give us that why he put us to 29 was if you're on second, there will be fight, there will be police, there will be many arrests. It's the reason why Chukwu Okadiama put them to shame and bring us down to 29th of November. And that is the day Biafra has been declared. What are we still waiting for again? Nothing. Nothing. We're waiting for one thing, recognition. And our DPM just said yesterday, in the few months to come, give it more 3-5 months, you will see recognition of the American. I said, tears will dry from your eyes. For those who contribute to Biafran people, once the day of recognition, your water will become blood. You will see the blood of Biafra you killed after the day of recognition of Biafra. You will have it as testimony. People will shout, hey, now what I turned to blood is the blood of those Biafrans, IPOB, massacre in Iguacha, massacre in Oji River, and all of them that has happened, you people must pay for it. They must pay. On the day of recognition, all of you, your cup of water will turn to blood. You will see blood in the cup of water. So we said, you will lie. But here, I am here to remind you, and you will cry Hadaino at last. You will cry Hadaino. All of you will cry Hadaino. So, Mahazedos, thank you so much for being with me up to this hour. Thank you so much. I want to end it here. My class. All Biafrans, I could not read message today because of my mind was being Madam Olewunne Kandaya bam bam bam. But at least we all have joined and do it in a very well. So please continue to like and share. We will come back again to discuss about Mexico, Venezuela, Colombia, these three countries, what's happened, and what the sisters like those who call themselves Olewunne, call themselves Sister Wears Black, what they did and how to stop their people. I have given what happened in Ireland, how sisters was a problem. There was against people fighting for the freedom of Ireland to become a country. History will repeat. And like I told you, we will break every history and set a new history in the world. That is why we are special people. We will break every history and we are going to set a different record. Today, let me give you an example. In a Premier League, a man called a player called Fernandez broke the record of passes in Premier League. He set a new history. That is why how Biafra progression will set a new history in the world, and the world will pass through. That is what Israelite passed through. We are there. A journey of 40 days become a journey of 40 years. Check from 1967 to particularly 2024, November 28, we have been on a wrong movement. From November 29, we get it on a wrong move, on a right movement. That is why we are where we are today. That is why the map of Biafra have come back to the map of the world. The plight of Bonnie has become the plight of Biafra. What else do you want? Continue making your noise and rant and shout. You are envy, you are hatred. That thing you think that business is that this is a business as usual. It's not a business. Biafra is never a business. Those who believe in the IP believe Rona, no one bego. Kamanka nkene eribaho geri kan kene kadi kwagawa or ma they are possible. USD the message has been choose those that will deliver it. If you are a messenger who force yourself, you must force the message must drop you. That is why the message you choose Mazenande Kano, Simon Eba, Zongozo Rabez, and other cabinet, including you who believe in USD declared. Share the message. Follow the message. Don't follow messenger. You will get lost and you'll be loved. Forget the love of a messenger. Have the love of all your love, your attention to the message is coming out. Whenever the message starts changing, the message has started telling that this person is no longer with me. He proved otherwise. He think he know more than me. The message, I must drop that person. That person will start misbehaving gradually. Call yourself in order. US government, anything government, this government to do in the name of the it goes. Even if Albert Obies said that when he wrong doing will turn us into a favor. That is where I put it on. Our DPM don't need to go to Finland though. Because I will play you countries that their leader was arrested and they tried to go and visit. They arrested all of them as a cabinet members. Things are happening in this world we are living in. So our DPM, don't showcase. You owe nobody no explanation of Finland. Because the government of Finland has arrested Obato, they can equally arrested any of us tomorrow morning. Depend on the enemies of Biafra. So they have planned evil for you. They want to know next time you are going to Finland, never you allow the enemies to win. Do not expose anything. Allow them, let them cry in tears, let them cry blood, let them shout. Shiamaka Jere platform has 10 people liking and watching. Is it what we are watching for? Kale Wale. I want to fight the Biafra is only the way. So thank you, my people of Biafra. We will come back again this evening to finish up this part 2 of this program. So people can send message to Olewunne to understand we are not playing. If you mess up, we are going to dig and bring a history that you are repeating. If you are doing a good one, we will bring it out. If you're repeating a bad history, we are going to bring it out. That is where we belong. And that's what we are going to do here. Please, dear friends, if you know the value of peaceful declaration, you know all these groups are just a small group. Thank you from me from here. Have a wonderful time until you come back again the next few hours. Thank you so much. We move.
I think when we finished talking a little bit about accreditation